Welcome back, fellow trophy hunters and fighting enjoyers. Today, we're doing something a little different and going for one single trophy. It is an ultra rare trophy. Only 0.03% have it in the world. The community on PSNP, 3.81% have it, which still makes this ultra rare even in a community of trophy hunters. With that said, get ready to embark on a spine-chilling adventure with the Little Nightmares game and the trophy hard to the core. In this challenge, we'll be pushing our skills to the limit and attempting to complete the Little Nightmares game on its hardest difficulty, hard to the core. It's a test of patience, precision, and a whole lot of nerve. Trust me, folks, you'll need nerves of steel for this one. Now let's talk about the rules. To complete the hard to the core challenge, we need to play through the game without dying even once. That's right, folks, not a single slip up. It's like walking on a tightrope without a safety net. One wrong move and it's back to square one. However, if you do want to cheat your way to get this trophy, you can do a cloud save after checkpoints, but where's the fun in that? As we navigate the eerie world of Little Nightmares, we'll encounter all sorts of creepy creatures and mind-boggling puzzles, but fear not, we're not alone in this challenge. We have a trusty controller and a handful of jokes to keep us entertained along the way. Alright, here's to a joke to lighten the mood. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field? God. Okay, that was lame. See, even in the midst of heart-pounding gameplay, we'll sprinkle some laughter to keep things fun. As we progress through the game, we'll encounter some nail-biting moments and intense boss battles. But remember, folks, it's not just about skill. It's about perseverance, determination, and a willingness to face our fears head-on. And yes, a good sense of humor helps too. The hard to the core challenge is not for the faint-hearted, but the satisfaction of completing it without a single death is unparalleled. We'll be sharing strategies, tips, and tricks along the way. Also some moments of me raging a little bit because, let me tell you, there's some stuff that happens in this game where I get really mad because some stuff just isn't fair. But, you know, be sure to stick around, join the conversation in the comment sections. If you guys do happen to like this video, please like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate all the support you guys can give me. I just want to try to hit 500 by the end of the year. That's my goal. It was last year, but I was doing more of walkthroughs and guides on trophies. Now I'm just trying to make trophy hunting content because I think it's fun. But anyway, let's get into the challenge. Now, two things before we get started. One, I forgot to mention, you also have to do this in under 1 hour. So 0 deaths, under 1 hour. The second thing that's even more annoying than that is this cutscene. This took me, I think, maybe 20 attempts or about 20 attempts, maybe a little bit more than 20 attempts. I'll add it up at the end of the video. But you can't skip this cutscene. If you play through the game, you should be able to skip through the cutscene. That's all I'm going to say. So I think we should all be able to do it. Like, I've already saw it. Why do I have to do it again? But anyway, so as you can see here, me running and jumping, that definitely, like the sprint jump, is the fastest way to move. And of course, this is my first attempt, and what happens? Oh. There we go. I was like, wait a minute, I don't remember opening the door on my first attempt. It wouldn't let me go through here on my first attempt. So this game can be kind of buggy and glitchy, which is really bad, because now your run's ended before you even get started. Very frustrating. And with this being my first attempt, I was like, this is going to be a long journey. Anyway, let's keep it moving to the next attempt. I think I'm just going to show all my failed attempts in the first chapter, and then I'll just do it from each chapter to each chapter. Because honestly, the first chapter is where I failed the most. I don't know why, but as you can see there, I'm having a hard time grabbing the chair, which is frustrating. I've seen some people, I didn't do this because I was just doing my own attempt, but I was curious after I did this. I wanted to see how other people do it. Apparently, there's like a speedrunning strat where you can jump off that plank and get to that doorknob. I don't know how you do it. I didn't really look into it, so I didn't really mess with it. But anyway, that part I was just saying, just so in case you were trying to do it. Sometimes you get caught on that fridge door, which is also frustrating, and it's like, dude, no. So I'd always try to do like a loop-de-loop in my further attempts. But chapter 1, for whatever reason, is the chapter that I had the most deaths in. Chapter 3, I think I only had like maybe 1 or 2 deaths in it the whole time. It was ridiculous, like how good I was in chapter 3. I don't know why, which is surprising because I figured that would be like a rough one for me. I'm honestly kind of embarrassed to admit how many times I died at this part right here. As you can see, fall in some mud, I got my lighter, see these little slugs running around on the floor. I'm like, not today, buddy. Jump, right on top of one. Run ended. It gets better though. Watch me on this attempt. I fall, literally, as soon as I get up, one wraps right around me. Run ended. It's so freaking furious when that happened. Now, a good time I thought to get done chapter 1 is about 10 to 11 minutes, because honestly, it's not a hard chapter. It's just you gotta look out for those eyes and everything. And when you enter this room, there is one of the big guys in here. I can't remember what they call him, the janitor or whatever. But honestly, I just ran this whole time. Each time I did it, never once had an issue with him. Just ran, jumped up there. He never even was alerted that I was there. Didn't know if that was like a good strat, but it was really consistent for me. Nothing ever happened to me at that part. But let me tell you one part that a lot of stuff did happen at. Well, let's fast forward in time. Well, before I do fast forward in time, I should mention the fact that 6 will get these hunger pains, which kind of slows you down a little bit. You can still jump, which I recommend doing just because it's faster, but she will like gravel up and grab her stomach when she's hungry. I think this happens at least once in every chapter, towards the end of chapter 1, towards the beginning of chapter 2. Chapter 3 is like right in the beginning, and chapter 4 I think is like midway through. But once you eat, she'll just keep going. But just something to be aware of. Like, no matter what, each chapter you're going to have to go through this. And then once she eats, she's good to go again. I guess because it's like symbiotic of something. I don't know. The game is really creepy, and the first playthrough, like, if you're not going for this trophy, the game is amazing. No complaints whatsoever. But when you're going for this challenge, there's sometimes where just like the littlest bit of jank will just sour your mood on this game. You're like, why am I even playing this, dude? Because, oh my god, it gets frustrating. Anyway, now let's go to the future. For some reason, this room, I don't know why, it's so easy. Like, you literally just hide behind something, you duck and cover, nothing's supposed to happen to you. You're protected. You're in the shadows. Life is good. But for some reason, I don't know what my brain was doing, I just sometimes couldn't keep up with the trash can, and the next thing I know, I fell a little bit behind, boom, died. Now let me show you how many times this happened to me. Keep in mind, once we get through that door right there, you see? That door right there? Once we get through that door, the chapter is pretty much over. You just gotta run across the bridge. But I kept dying there. Again, oh my God, it's not even hard. You just hide behind it, and when he's not looking, you move. And your guys are like, trophy. I know this didn't happen to you a 4th or a 5th time, right? There's no way. You're a good gamer. You do pretty well at challenges. Yes, I would like to think so too, fellow trophy fan. But look at me. Just, you can't make this up, man. I was getting so mad. Now in chapter 2, I'm not really sure if this is a speed strat or not, but this is the way I did it, just because I thought it was faster. So I just climb the toilet and climb the sink and do it this way. I mean, it is kind of annoying to, yeah, like that where I missed. That can happen. But if you don't miss, which this wasn't even the real attempt. Well, it was an attempt, but it wasn't the attempt where I got it. And you can just jump off that table onto there, but I always just climbed up here because I was nervous that I was going to miss it and fall again. But that's what I did. Then I grabbed the key, and I'd always try to land on the briefcase to like break the fall so I wouldn't die. But unfortunately the key did like drag away. But I'm just saying, it's faster than pulling that thing down and then getting the bunk bed out and then jumping up there to jump up there. At least it was to me. Or at least I thought it was faster when I was doing these runs. Anyway, let's continue. That was just a little strat that I don't know if it's really like a real strat or not, but that's what I was doing in my runs. Anyway, continuing on. This too, I think...
Oh no, you're fine.
Because like I said, after I finished doing this, I like looked at other people and see what they did. Apparently there's a way where you don't really have to like drag it as far as I did, but I did just because that's how I felt comfortable doing it. And I just do that, and you swing, you jump in there. Some people didn't have the crate as close as I did, which, hey, if you don't need it that close, don't do it, man. It was easy for me. This part, too, I'd always forget that I was supposed to go back to the door, so... Like I said, this attempt right here, anyway, wasn't
what to do there.
My real attempt. Also, if you guys do want me to show, like, the non-edited version, just let me know in the comments, and I'll show it. I still have it.
Not really.
So if you want to see me doing it, like, all the way through... It's like an hour long. For this part, just make sure you jump right back on that cloth, because if you don't get on that cloth or you move through the door, that one I got a little bad too because I got caught on the door. But here you're just gonna go up there, run in there. If you do this fast enough, you'll barely even see them by the time you get in here. Also, I'm not entirely sure like the most optimal way to do this, because there's been a few times where I did that. He wasn't even in the room when I got done. But then again, like I said, this was like a failed attempt. Not here, but you'll see. Now this part here was, like, I don't understand why it would happen. Maybe it was just where I threw the monkey, but there'd be times where he went off his pathing, and instead of like walking through the door when I threw the monkey away, he would walk the path where I was. Like, I don't sure if this is where it happened, or if it was a different attempt. We're about to find out. Yeah, right there. Like, his pathing, he just like ended up walking like right towards me right there instead of walking towards the monkey, which
either 15 or 14
again,
attempts, I don't know.
this is like another attempt where this happened, so not sure. Like, I didn't see it in the last part of the video, but I just throw the monkey like, way over there. I go down, but for some reason he was just
like that,
right there in that vicinity. I thought it happened another time to me, but I can't see the footage because I swear it was 3 times. Also, this part where I was going through, I just totally forgot. I just kept walking instead of crouching, and he heard me and grabbed me, and that one I was mad. Now this is how it's supposed to go. He leaves the room, we climb up, throw the monkey in the same spot we have been throwing the monkey, and then look at this, guys. He's literally not in our pathway. He walks through the door instead of over where we were. Crazy, right? And then just climb up here. I did kind of bad there, but on my other attempt it wasn't like that. But yeah, you just keep climbing, push that out of the way, you get up there. By this point, I don't know if he can reach you by this point, but I don't think he can. And then we continue on to the next challenge. Some of the other videos that I watched, people were having a hard time with this, but like as soon as he dropped down here, I just picked up the shoe, and I never had an issue with any of this. So I don't know if maybe I was just lucky each time, but it was really consistent for me where I never had an issue with that. Now this door, for whatever reason, it would always push me back. Oh, I was about to say, if it doesn't do it this one time, I'm going to be a little upset. But it would push me back like every time, and I don't know why. Maybe it was supposed to do that. But anyway, it's just for whatever reason, always had an issue with that door. It always closed on me. Also, by the way, if you're going that piano and you jump around it on enough, you earn a trophy doing that, so keep that in mind. It's not what we're going for, but hey, I know we're all trophy hunters here, or we just like doing stuff like that, so just want to let you guys know. Also, this part, I don't know, never had an issue here either. I mean, there was a couple times where I did drop something and he got like alerted, but nothing, he never caught me at this section. So I don't know, maybe if this section is just like not a gimme, but it was pretty easy for me anyway. Like, I mean, obviously try not to knock anything over, but I mean, if you do knock something over like I just did there, it's not the end of the world. He's not gonna do anything. He may run over there, but then you just go down this bookshelf. He can't grab you through that. Oh, I guess he can grab underneath there, but I mean, he never got me. So, but you get in here, and I don't think he'll ever come in here unless he sees you going in there.
Whatever that's called.
Or if he, well, he's gonna go in there when you turn on the TV, but I always left the crank there. And now, this part too, I never had an issue with, but I always waited for him to get past the briefcase before I started moving. So I just chilled behind here, I was crouched down. I don't know if that helped or not, but like I said, I never had an issue here. I never got caught at this part, but I let him walk through, and then once he got past the briefcase, about right there, I would just walk through, and then I just ran pretty much the whole way back to the piano. Well, not once I got past this part, I ran, because I don't think he could hear you anymore. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I just ran and run underneath the bookshelves, just get there as fast as possible, and crank it up, get on the piano, jump on the piano, then jump to the other side, and that part's pretty much over. Now this like boss battle type of thing, I never really had an issue with this. I'd always just jump up right up in that corner. He'd always put his hand over there first, and then once he started coming over here, I'd just jump over it, pick it up, boom, just like that. He'd do that again. I'd run over, jump back up there, repeat. Never had an issue, never got caught here, so I'm pretty sure this is a safe strat. I mean, obviously be careful where you're jumping and mind where you're going, but yeah, so you do that, boom. Each time I did that, Never had an
That's
issue.
also-
Never got caught here.
I think if you just do it like
And then
that,
pretty much after this, chapter 2's over with. Then,
So
out of
nothing.
all my attempts in chapter 3, I only died once, and it's because I was just being
Anyway,
so impatient
Chapter 3.
with what was happening here.
Ooh, that was.
I think this was one of my later attempts, and I was just like, dude, I just want to get back to chapter 4 so I can be done with this. Don't get me wrong, and I've noticed this before, I love this game. I think this game's really fun. I even played the second
Wait,
one,
did he really see me?
but I just, I don't know.
Oh,
I'm not
no.
going to make a video on the second game. I just played it for fun. But
It was at this moment he
if I wouldn't have done that little take right there, the little double back, and I just would have went and I would have climbed, I would have been fine. But then I second guessed it and I ran away and I started to run out of stamina, and it was game over there. I mean, it was my own fault for just not being patient, but that was my only death in chapter 3. Now, this is how this was supposed to go down. Look, you'll see me right there, and I'll just be like, whatever. Underneath the table, even if he grabs underneath there, he still won't. I mean, as long as you walk away, he just won't get you. Keep going, just run. Also here, if you grab a bunch of different ingredients and you throw it in that stew over there, that's a trophy. I know you probably don't care because we're here for one trophy, but hey, you know what? I might as well throw in some trophy knowledge while I'm up here. But yeah, this is exactly how it's supposed to go. Easy like that, man. This part always made me nervous. I always ended up just walking across it because I felt like if I ran, I was just going to fall off, and it's an instant death if you fall off from this height. So I just took it easy, just walked across these planks because I'm sorry, I'm just not messing with it, man. Also, I don't know if this is like a strat that everybody does when they do it. I didn't really see anybody else do it, but maybe they did. I would just run in here. I've never had a problem. Maybe once I had a problem doing this, and that's because the key bounced too close to him. But once I did that and the key bounced right there, I just get it, and I would just run the whole time. I wouldn't stop. I wouldn't wait for him. I wouldn't wait under the bed for him to go. I would just run. And obviously before I turned on that, I always turned this switch so the elevator would be waiting for me when I got there. And I would just run in there like that. Super easy. And then you just get past that first guy again, unlock the door. Just easy stuff. This next part can be kind of frustrating. I only had a little bit of a problem with it. See, sometimes when I was jumping up there, he just wouldn't grab it. But you should be able to go that instead of jumping up there, jump up on that table, then jump from the table to that. That saves a little bit of time. Sometimes 6 just does not want to let you get past the ham or jump over it. She just initially just wants to grab it, which is super annoying. Or you're seeing there where I'm trying to grab it and run real quick. It's just dude, what are you doing? And you're at this far in the run too, you're already kind of nervous about time, and it's I gotta go fast, I gotta go fast, I gotta go fast. So my heart's pounding at this point. I'm just being dude, please, 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 please. This run that I'm showing right now is my 5th attempt. My 5th attempt, I got all the way to chapter 4, and dude, I was so freaking sad when I died there. And then I was like, well, it was my 5th attempt, and that's pretty good for this being a super ultra rare trophy, but whatever. But yeah, just make sure those 3 meats are in there. Then you'll go down there, you'll grind it, swing on the hot dogs to the next part. Now, I know for a fact you don't have to wait for this guy. I don't know. I'd get so nervous at this part where I'm you know what? If I have to wait a couple extra seconds, I don't care. Because, I can finish the first 2 chapters at this point. I got done chapter 1 in 10 minutes, and I could get chapter 2 done in, another, maybe 14 minutes. So, I was thinking, hey, you know what? If I can take my time on chapter 3, and maybe that's why I didn't have a lot of deaths, because I didn't really take too many risks. But I know for a fact that if I would have got out there and ran, I would have been fine. There would be some times, too, where I would be oh, you know what? I'd be down here and I'd hide in this little pocket right here. But sometimes he honestly would not come in this room. So then I was wondering, I was wait, do I even have to wait here? Because sometimes he wouldn't show up. Other times I know if I would have just ran up in there and I got in the little basket or opened the door, then jump back in there, I probably would have been fine. But like I said, at this late in the run, I started taking less and less risks because I was you know what? I don't even want to mess with it. I would rather just make sure I can get this freaking trophy, man. Because at this point in the run, I'm pretty much done. Well, not done. I still gotta do chapter 4 or whatever. But I don't know. I got nervous. At this point too, I didn't really have trouble here, because they'll usually just leave you alone. Yeah, they'll see you or whatever. But if you get underneath the tables, they'll try to grab for you. Just go in the next room and hide underneath there, and they would just mosey along. It wasn't too hard. Even if you step on some of the glass or whatever, they'll hear it, but they won't really mess with you. But whenever you do hit that switch up here, they will come in this room automatically no matter what. But if you're up in that corner right there, he can't reach you. He'll like look under the table like he is doing right now, but he won't reach for you and you'll be fine. Honestly, that's what I look like after a long shift at work when I'm working freaking... I work at a restaurant too, and where I feel with these guys, I'm like, dude, I know that's how I look after a long day at work. Holding a plate, just wanting to cry, man, end it all. Oh, I feel it. But, stack of dishes. Ah, I hate it, dude. Oh, it's giving me flashbacks. I don't like it. But here, you just climb up on this plate. No matter what, they won't be able to get you. If they're facing the other way. And then you'll just ride the hook up to the next room. Now, the next room is really important. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Now, obviously, if you stay on that hook, he will grab you and it'll be run over. But I just try to jump or lay on the dishes. Don't run and jump too much here. You want to go at like a normal speed. Because if you do the run and jump method, you won't be synced with the hooks. And that's really important because if you're not synced with the hooks, they will grab you, the run's over. So you can't go too fast at this part. And then you'll just go this, and now we're on our way to chapter 4, guys. Now, I'm not going to show this next part of me dying here because I'm just going to tell you what happened. Well, I'm not even sure what happened. Sometimes, I don't know why, but I'd run over here, I'd jump to grab this thing, and Six just wouldn't grab the chain. I fell down into that ocean like 3 times. I don't know. I didn't count this as chapter 3. I count this as chapter 4. But still, I was like, how are you not grabbing this chain? Like, what is wrong with you? It should be as simple as jumping and grabbing the chain. But I swear, for whatever reason, Six, she just wouldn't grab it. And I would fall in the ocean. And I was just like, you gotta be kidding me, man. Like, what are you doing? It should be as easy as grabbing a ledge. But it wasn't. I don't even want to talk about it because the amount of runs that I lost to that stupid chain, I think it was like 3 or 4 times. And I just don't understand like what I was doing wrong. Also, this part, I did not run. I just walked because, like I said, towards this end, my heart's pounding. I'm getting nervous. My palms are sweaty. My controller's falling beneath my hands, man. I'm a greasy little gree ball. Just trying to make it through because I just really want this trophy, and I know it's going to feel so good when I freaking get it. Pretty much this point of the game, too, you just got to be really good with, like, your platforming and making, like, good decisions on when to use your stamina and when not to use your stamina, just because these guys are vicious, man. You got so many enemies after you if you're not paying attention to like where they are, or if you miss time a jump or something. There's just so many spots to get grabbed, and God, man, it's just infuriating. Like how many places in chapter 4 that's so dangerous. But, like once you get past like this main hall, it gets like a lot better. Like for the run wise, I mean, yeah, you got to do like the last boss, but the last boss is like a joke, honestly. Like, I don't know. I guess if you just weren't paying attention, you could do it. Right there, I really thought I was going to die, too. I got super nervous. I was like, oh my god, did I not jump enough? And then I definitely waited too long to swing, but I was nervous, man. Like, right there, I thought it was over. I also saw somebody, after I did this, they grabbed that sausage and they flew themselves onto that chair and jumped up there. I don't know how the hell they did that, because I tried it in one of my attempts, and I was like, you know what, this isn't even worth it. And this was my 5th attempt, by the way. The video that we're watching right now, so this got me hyped up, but I was so nervous here, and I was like, nah, I got this. And then look at this. I ran so close to him like an idiot. I don't know if this was just a me thing or if anybody else did this too, but I would literally just jump. I almost got caught there. I didn't notice that. But I would just do that, and for the most of the time, I'm pretty sure that worked for me. I just knew if I didn't keep moving that I was going to
what are you doing?
I was just gonna die. And this part confused me too, because I was like, wait, what? And that's the thing too, like sometimes when I get so far into a run, I would just kind of like lose my train of thought, or like I'm like, oh my god, wait, how do I do this part again, because I've been stuck on this other part for so long. Oh, what do I do? And like it gets really nerve-wracking, but like when you do it, man, it feels so good. Like here, I'm like, wait, what do I do again? Because like it's been so long since I got to this part of the game.
It's been so long since I've been here. I don't even know how to play this chapter.
I don't know. Like I said, for the most part, this game is great. I loved it. just this challenge. You see like the worst parts of the game because this game wasn't meant to be speed run. Speed run. Hey, look, if you guys want to make fun of me in the comments, I mean that's engagement, so I'm okay with that. But like, the speed run brings out the worst parts of the game. Honestly, like you notice more of the jank and more of like what you can't do or what you're not supposed to do. Like that part with like the hooks and stuff. Like if you're running and jumping, the hooks are out of sync, so that's an instant run ender right there. Then two, just the one death is rough. God, and then like I said though, if you do want a cloud save, I mean, you're still gonna have to get through the chapters without dying. But I guess you just want to restart from the beginning. But you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't. You know, I recommend just doing it this way. It's just, I don't know, it's fun. It really is. It's like a good little challenge. Nothing too.
Bathroom break.
I don't know. Some parts are hard, yeah, but like if you like start routing, or the only thing that does suck too, it does have like a chapter select, but you can't like, if you want to get to like a certain point, then you're just gonna have to like either keep dying there to like retry there, which kind of like goes against you getting good at it. I mean, I guess unless you get past it, then you just die just to try to route it better. But I don't know. If you guys have any other suggestions or better ideas, let me know in the comments, I guess. But this death was probably one of the most singular, painful ones that I had during this whole experience. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I was thinking. I walked off and I died right there. It literally broke my heart. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, man.
This time.
Now look how easy this is supposed to be. You just walk in a straight line. And then here I got nervous because I died that last time. I just jumped down there because I'm like, you know what, man? I'm not even risking it because if I die again because of a fall, I'll lose it. And at this point of the run too, like I'm thinking, oh my god, do I have enough time? Is everything else like good? Like what else am I going
honestly,
through?
I don't even remember
oh my god, man.
what I'm supposed to do here.
Ugh. God. Honestly, I'd say this is probably like the last hard part of chapter 4. It's just when you're getting chased by all these goobers. Just make sure you're running, you don't trip over everything. Yeah, I think that's really it, man. Just keep running. Don't stop. There's gonna be like a jump that we take over here. Don't do it too early. Because if you do, it's really gonna mess it up. Like right there, I was kind of really nervous that I was gonna get there, but there we get up. We're good. You can see that my stamina was getting really low, so I was getting like, my heart was pounding so bad at this point. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But we do it, and we make it through. Now, if you play the DLC, you definitely feel for this part, man. Only the true ones know if you played. You should definitely check out the DLC, though. Like, it's definitely worth playing. I only made it here once, because this is the winning run that I had. So I don't know if you can die here. I'm assuming if you're not crouching, you'll get murdered instantly. But if you just crouch and you're far away from her, I'm assuming that you're good. Also, you see that little statue there? They're hidden throughout the levels by her arm there, her sleeve. If you find, I don't remember how many of them there is, but if you crush them all, you get a trophy for that too. But this is something to be wary about. And then you get the key from that little glass eyeball thing up there. We're getting towards the end, guys. So at this point, you'll go through this room after you get the key. And I just kept running. I'm not really I know if you're not running, you'll get caught and you'll get murdered and it's game over. I just kept running, pull this log off, even though I really thought at one point you had to slide underneath it, but hey, I don't know. You'll grab this mirror and then you'll just do the final boss fight, which is a joke. All you gotta do is just aim the mirror at her. You do that, I think it's like 6 times. I don't know, we'll look at it here. But I mean, I guess if you weren't paying attention or you didn't get to the spotlight soon enough, but it gives you enough time, I feel like, to get over there. I was just constantly spinning. You aim it at her, she gets hit, you just do that 5 more times, and game over for her. Then, with the last mirror shot, the screen blacks out, you wake up from all the devastating battle that you had, and we have one last victim to satisfy our hunger. The Blast Boss. Which, if you played Little Nightmares... Well, I don't want to spoil Little Nightmares 2. But you should definitely check out Little Nightmares too. And like I said, I played it after I played this. I thought about making a video about it, but I don't know. It's not hard to do. Then I thought about like doing like a challenge run where I could see if I get through that whole game without dying. But that game actually has like some combat in it, and I don't know if it'd make for an interesting video. I mean, maybe it would. You guys just let me know in the comments if you think it is. But anyway, once we do this, we'll go through a next part. You'll know if you get the trophy after you like walk up the stairs and you get to the end area. But it's kind of cool seeing Six like gather all of her energy and power from eating her. But yeah, guys, that is Little Nightmares. It's a really fun game. I would definitely recommend you playing it. If you go for this trophy, just know that it is a challenge. But it's a fun challenge, and it's really rewarding if you do it the right way. I mean, if it gets too hard and you do the save scum option, I mean, hey, look, I'm not here to judge how you play a game. Just play the game how you think it's fun for you. And if that's fun for you, then do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the trophy police. I'm not here to come after you. You know, I think everybody should just play games how they enjoy them. But I know I'm working on one other video. Then I saw that the Resident Evil remake, the first one, won the poll that I did for the votes. So I'm going to work on that after I finish the next video I'm working on. If you guys have any other suggestions or any other games you want me to cover, just let me know. The next one's going to be kind of out of left field, but it's more like nostalgic for me because I haven't played it in such a long time. But I don't know, I was just feeling like playing that game. You guys will see it because it'll definitely be like my next video. But yeah, guys, that is it. I love y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like I said, leave a like, comment, subscribe. And you'll know the trophy pops once you get to the end right there. You just have to watch this cutscene. And like I said, you can't skip cutscenes in this game no matter what. So, again, I appreciate you guys. Y'all be safe. Take care of yourselves. Make sure your health's good. Mental health, all that. It's really important to take care of yourself, you know what I mean? Like, it really is. You gotta be there for your family. Make sure they're good, too. Check up on your friends, too. Just, you know, do the best you can. I know people have good days and up days, down days, but just, take care of yourselves and take care of other people, you know? Anyway, thanks, guys.